International Airport, one of our major important airports in British Columbia, is chosen once again to be the site of this wonderful, interactive, hands-on introduction to the world of flight as a possible career. You will have already noticed there's a lot of flying activity going on already, getting girls and ladies into the air, most for the first time. This will continue throughout the ceremony.
I'd like to begin by acknowledging with respect the long history, the wisdom and the culture of the Stolo First Nations, on whose traditional territory we're privileged to gather for this event. The original goal, to change statistics of women who became professional pilots or aircraft engineers, has expanded, and I must say I flew back yesterday from Cranbrook, and the young lady was the captain, and she was in the left-hand seat, not the right-hand seat on the aircraft. So that was encouraging to see.
Welcome to the Sky's No Limit Girls Fly 2. The City of Abbotsford and the Abbotsford International Airport are very proud to be the host site of this award-winning and inspiring event. It invites girls to explore the exciting fields of aviation, aerospace, marine, and defense. I am especially excited for the girls who will experience their first flight today.
I asked one of the little girls, "Are you one of the pilots?" And she said no. But she was so excited. And I asked another little girl if she was a pilot. She says, "No, I want to be a superhero."
Brevity would seem to be in order. With apologies to Dr. Seuss and for Kirsten and all of the girls that are here today, if you try, you can fly. So don't be shy. Reach for the sky. This day is for you, because girls fly too. Congratulations, have a wonderful day.
In spite of what challenges you may face, there are always people who will come around and support you. As women, we need to support one another, and in doing that, we achieve great things like what you see all around you here. So Kirsten, thank you, and to all the volunteers, everyone who's contributed today. It's a fantastic event and one that I know will impact very many lives. Thank you very, very much.
General Jonathan Vance, Chief of Defense Staff, and Admiral Ron Lloyd, the Commander of the Canadian Navy, who have helped us put together a group of flyers, yes, but soldiers and sailors too, who are here and proud and thrilled to have the opportunity to participate in this activity, Girls Fly 2. Please make sure you take the time today to go over and spend some time with them. Let me begin by just saying how thrilled we are to be here, and the reason we're here is largely because of one person. Obviously, that's Kirsten. Kirsten, I just want to say to you, on behalf of all of the military folks that are here, and happy to support this great initiative that you have going on, thank you, or as we say in the Navy, bravo Zulu.
So to do our job effectively, we need women and men of all backgrounds who are up to a challenge and ready to make a difference wherever they're posted. The RCMP is committed to increasing the number of women in our ranks.
And looking out today, I am so glad to see all these little girls, and thank you to all the parents to brave the weather and come on out here and take your daughters and even some of the sons. We invite the little brothers to come along as well to see what it is that we can do out there, whether it is aviation, aerospace, marine, defense.
There's nothing that girls can't do. If it's something you want to do, go for it. That's what it's all about, following your passions, following your dreams, and doing what you want to do.
I'm honored to be here and represent the 2,000 Boeing employees across Canada. We're very pleased to be here, be part of the manufacturing and industry, and be able to support astronauts like Heidi go to space. I just want to tell you that as a child, I went to an event like this in Montana, and because of that event, I went and got an engineering degree and got into aerospace. So I know personally that this kind of event, giving kids a chance to see what's out there, allows them to really grow.
So when I was trying to decide what to do with my life, I thought, hey, I'm going to go take a flying lesson. When I did that, I was hooked. When I got my private pilot's license and I went over to the island with some visiting friends from Germany and made it back, I decided that that's what I was going to do for a living. So I packed up my car after I got my multi-engine and my commercial license, and I went across Canada, got my first job, and I kept going into different areas, flying different aircraft. And as I was out there in the field, I realized that there were no women. Sometimes I was the only female pilot within thousands of miles. And I thought there's something wrong with that. So I belonged to different organizations and I mentored women. And I still saw the same thing in the maintenance field. And I realized that there was so much more that we could be doing. And we expanded from aviation to aerospace, and space, and then marine and defense. And then I had to stop because the title was getting so darn long.
What they want you to do is just keep in touch with the aircraft until he's got everybody else and it all moves through.
On the ground, you can smell it, and you know how a lot of times, the smell of the food affects how it tastes. So when you can smell like, I don't know what it is, roast chicken, it just seems to taste that much better. Well, in space, you don't get a lot of the smells because, we're not roasting chicken, fresh roasted chicken, and then second of all, because there's no gravity, and so steam doesn't rise and odors don't rise out of the food like they do on the ground. And so you don't really get that sense of smell as part of your eating. And that's a big reason why a lot of food tastes different when you eat.
Like I'm here today because I think promoting women flying is amazing. I was myself inspired by the women. Maurice Carmichael, the first snowbird pilot in the snowbirds. At 12 years old, I saw her at an air show and she put a little flame into my heart and I followed my dream and I had the chance to meet her in 2011 when I went through as a military pilot for my own wings. And when I graduated, she was sitting right next to me. So it was very fulfilling for me to finally meet her.
Well, I really believe in the importance of maybe one small moment or one person can make such a difference in a little girl's or a little boy's life, and that's why I'm here I've been here for the last 2 days, just to be able to meet some of those girls and to see the excitement in their face before they're going flying, because it's one thing to read about it in a textbook, but to be able to be here and to really have the chance to go up and fly is really an important weekend for them, and it's important for women, and it's important for those young girls. I saw the snowbirds at the Bagotville Air Show when I was 6 or 7 years old, and it was really the moment where I was there, saw some formation flying, saw some aerobatics, saw the snowbirds, and it really planted the seed. And from that moment on, it stayed with me, and I kept thinking about it. And once I joined the Air Cadets, after being an Air Cadets for a few years, I really knew that that's what I wanted to do, was to pursue a career in aviation. In November 2000, when I finally received the news that I had been selected to fly with the Snowbirds as the number 3 pilot, it was a dream come true to finally be able to fly with the aerobatic team that I had seen when I was a young girl, and to be able to experience the level of teamwork that's required to be part of the Snowbirds, and the professionalism of all the pilots and technicians to ensure that we can accomplish our mission from one day to the other.
Around, it's aviation, aerospace, defense, and marine, and to get girls to understand that there's lots of things you can go do. There's lots of opportunities out there, and that really only limitation is what their passions are. What is your passion? What do you like to do? What do you want to do? And that's really where you should go follow. I think the one thing that I will always remember is going outside and doing a spacewalk. Because I still remember going outside the hatch, and it was a night pass. And so at nighttime, you have helmets on or lights on your helmets so you can see a little bit, but didn't really get the full appreciation of being in space until, 10 or 15 minutes later when the sun came up and I got to look at this beautiful blue planet and look down at the Earth and get to see this fantastic view of the Earth. And then you look at where you are and on the space station and just think that, wow, this is a really cool place to be.